Hey everybody, right here. And another day carnivore. Um, Today's been a little bit of a more rough day. I had a little bit of a hiccup. I didn't have time to go buy extra food, so I ate what was there. And so I made my bacon this morning and I did not eat it for breakfast. I just packed it and took it and decided to eat it at lunch. It's usually a little easier for me to skip a breakfast than to skip a lunch, especially kind of getting back into everything, right? And so I did that, took it to lunch, and ate my bacon, but I was not satisfied. And I even made a little extra bacon to try and make sure that I was okay, but it didn't work out. So I did have some nut mix, right? Walnut, cashew, walnuts, cashews, peanuts, and something else. Small round nut. I don't even know what it is. But that's what I had for lunch today. And then tonight for dinner, my wife made some Italian sausages, sugar-free Italian sausages. We're fortunate that we can get those at our local King Soopers. And then I made, I started making, a few weeks ago, I started making the mozzarella tortillas. So I just made like a mozzarella cheese wrap to go around the sausage. So that's what we had for dinner tonight. A little more water, and that was it. So work today, I had my coffee, just black coffee, no dairy, no flavors. And so other than the nuts, today's been pretty good. But this morning's weigh-in was up a little bit again. So this time it was up 0.9. So I went from 262.6 to 263.5. So 0.9 pound overnight. Again, weight fluctuates. Obviously, I'm through all of the very, very easy loss that I'm going to get. And I just need to keep working at it. So that's what we're doing. Went through tonight, my wife, and kind of made sure we replanned our food for this weekend, or at least talked about our food for this weekend. We are going camping again. Super excited to get out and do more and more camping. This will be pretty much the last trip of the year. I've got a hunting trip planned in November. It'll probably be a little too cold for us to camp, so we'll probably just stay at friend's house, but we will see for sure. I'd love to camp out in the snow. I haven't done that in 10 years. I did that on my 40th birthday. I actually moved snow to pitch a tent and camp on my 40th birthday, and that was pretty cool. It was June, but there was still snow where I was camping. So it'd be pretty cool. Just putting it out there. So I'm okay with the little fluctuations. We know that that's going to happen. It happens on every diet, every program, no matter if you're doing carnivore or keto or vegan or anything else. And so I just need to keep in mind, like I said the other day, I need to make sure that my net loss doesn't start really losing anything. So I'm still at 11.5 down since the second. So pretty pleased with that. And just going to keep going and sticking with it. Tomorrow, my plan, I'm making bacon. I'm going to take that for lunch. I'm also going to make a couple of eggs. So I'll take bacon and eggs and take that for lunch tomorrow. Give myself a little bit more good carnivore protein. And then dinner, I'm not sure what our plan is for dinner tomorrow night. I got to look at that, see what she's got planned. But it's been a little bit easier now that my wife is also following carnivore. She has little hiccups here and there, just like I will have. But it's been good because her dinner plans match pretty well what my dinner plans would be. So makes it a little bit more convenient. We actually, you know, we go to Costco every 2 weeks and buy food, a lot of meat. Used to be a lot of meat and a lot of vegetables and a lot of everything, but now it's more meat, cheese, and then and eggs, and then we go to King Soopers. We order our groceries online and go pick them up. And today, or not today, but Saturday, they packed everything into 2 bags. Now, if they'd been bagging like they used to, this would have probably been 3 or 4 bags. But they jammed it all into 2 bags, and that's what we brought in. I walk in with it, and she was freaking out because of how much money she spent, and she only got 2 bags of groceries. But I actually laid everything out because she was concerned we missed something, like we didn't get something we ordered. We laid everything out and went through the receipt and everything, and it was all there. But then I looked at it, and what was interesting to me is when I looked at it, we had eggs, we had pepperoni, we had some cheese, coffee, and sugar-free Italian sausage, ground chicken, and there was another meat, and I'm forgetting what the other meat was right now, but another meat. That was the big bulk of what chorizo. That was the other meat. That was the big bulk of what those 2 bags were. There was a couple of things in there for my children, right? My almost 17-year-old and my 21-year-old. A few things in there for them that are not carnivore because they're not following carnivore. And I looked at it and I realized, like, we're on carnivore and we're eating, even when we eat off a little bit, we're eating so much cleaner, so much less sugar, obviously. We're avoiding sugar as much as possible. Avoiding all processed foods, right? No more tortillas, no more bread, no more, macaroni and cheese, pastas, no more white rice. And I never really liked American white rice. I always went for a basmati or a jasmine or something like that anyways, but we're staying away from all of that. And regardless of what happens with everything else, we're eating so much better. And eating better in general is going to make us feel better. The weight will fall with that. But I think overall, the health benefits of just eating clean, right? I guess, paleo, right? Everything's, caveman style. So no processed, no sugars, no. But I'm really liking it. And it was very interesting to me to kind of look through the groceries and really realize just how much different we shop and therefore eat than we did, for me 1.5 years and for her, 3 months ago. So it's good. So that's my update. That's my accountability for today. And yeah, talk to you guys tomorrow.